McCoy, LPD.
Just a minute.
Where do I go?
Grub test on the east wing, 66th floor. Here's the footage from the security cameras. You get a pretty good look at the man's face.
How'd he get past you guys?
He pretended to be a delivery man. Dr. Eisenduller ordered in a lot, so it didn't seem unusual.
I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
Look, you don't let the delivery man personally take the delivery to your valuable scientist, right? You have your security people take the thing, check it, and then your people take it up to him. You don't let just a stranger walk in past security. Anyway, stories.
One more thing.
I've told you everything I know, Detective. I gotta work. These monitors don't watch themselves.
Yeah, it's a tough gig.
So we can't go. That's leaving. Let's go up. Whoa! Anti-gravity chamber. How much do you think this machine costs? Alright, nothing there.
Jesus.
I seen worse, but not by much.
Learn anything?
You could strain him through a sieve.
You can strain him through a
If
sieve.
you spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
If you spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
They sound the same, these two guys. Alright, none of this junk is anything. Oh, it's behind my face. He's covered by a blanket, so you don't see any gore anyway, so there's not much to see. You see his feet there, his body's behind my face.
Obviously, he'd been killed with an explosive, and not just because he'd been plastered on the wall with 1,000 strokes. The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story, but I wondered why the killer didn't just shoot him.
Detonator wire, why didn't he just shoot him?
Disgusting.
Is that it?
If you spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
We came here just to pick up a detonator wire from his skull. I do not believe... Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. What?
I'd seen more dead animals than live ones in the last 24 hours, and now it was dogs. 3 of them. I thought about Maggie and nearly threw up.
Oh, there's the dead dogs, okay.
I'd seen more dead animals than live, and now it was... I thought about...
Wait, what's that?
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens.
Kingston Kitchens. Jamaican fast food. Is that everything? I mean, I'm scrubbing the screen in the, in the grand tradition of all adventure games. Man, it's really not visible. Oh, I guess it is, because it's a slightly different resolution, right? The clickable stuff and the unclickable stuff. They're not the same res. I think that's everything. Except, like, what is this? What? That is clickable.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe?
Alright, so the trick is to... Look, I mean, look, there's a dog here, but the arrow, like, why is that not green there? I'm just looking, I'm right over it, right? But it turns green there.
I'd seen more dead animals, and now it was... I thought about...
And here, it turns green
I'd seen
there.
more dead, and now I thought about...
Anyway, let's look for inconsistencies in the resolution of the objects.
Disgusting.
Alright, I think that's it.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me, like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Anemoid Row. It was a Tyrell sales brochure for the Nexus series, the kind of glossy hype that ends up littering the floor at trade shows. This one was for the new entertainment model, a comedian designed to entertain the troops off-world.
Like, the box seems like it's out of place, but there's no... I can't click on it.
Someone had tried to access a bunch of protected files on the Tyrell network and failed, not just once, but a dozen times. Tyrell engineers might forget their passwords, but what would the GravLab boys need with replicant DNA sequences and incept dates?
Alright. Well, I'm glad I came back and scrubbed the screen again, because apparently I missed a few things the first time. I think that's everything. This box still looks a little bit out of place, but I have no idea. I don't think I can click on it.
Lagging behind again?
Guza didn't say anything about me working with a partner.
Oh, in a pig's ass, Slim. No, I'm following up on my own. Could be it's linked to this Tyrell debacle.
How's yours connected to mine?
I'm still putting the pieces together. It's all stored in Esper's mainframe. You hear about the Moonbus massacre?
Gaff mentioned it.
Could be our cases are overlapping. I might keep you posted.
Do that.
No, talk to it. The other thing. There was another topic. What? No. There was another topic of conversation.
You friendly with Eisendaler?
Most of the employees I see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus, Dr. Eisendaler, he almost never left his lab.
He afraid of somebody?
I think it had something to do with the air outside, and the germs. I once heard him complain about it.
Smart. What was his job?
Scrub test chief engineer. The lab runs tests to see how a replicant would perform in different planetary gravitational fields. That kind of thing. One of the other engineers could tell you more.
One of your other engineer? Who? What other engineer do you have for me to talk to?
You know if anyone lost an earring like this one lately?
Not one of the employees, that's for sure. The boss enforces a strict dress code around here.
How did Eisendaler's moo-moo fit in?
Hey, you know, company rules only apply to the lesser mortals.
How do I get in to see the big boss?
You don't, unless he wants to see you.
Okay. How do I make him want to see me?
Well, you could call his personal assistant.
Who is?
Don't know, offhand.
Yeah, I get the picture.
You can arrange an appointment with nobody.
You know anything about Tyrell's computer system?
Security is tight as a drum, if that's what you're asking.
Somebody tried to access restricted data from the terminal in Dr. Eisendaler's office.
But they couldn't get in.
Yeah. Looks like Dr. Tyrell keeps his files safer than he keeps his employees. I may have more questions for you later on.
Yes, sir.
I should go back and talk to the photographer, because I picked up a bunch of clues since I last talked to him.
You spot anything you think I ought to know about, tell me.
Absolutely.
Well, he sure as hell didn't tell me about other clues. So I don't know why we're relying on him to help us. Alright, working on the assumption that I've found everything to be found there. Let's go ahead and esper it up.
Laboratory.
Maybe a laboratory. Hey, where did he go? He's not even here. He's not even here.
Uploading personal clue database. Downloading mainframe clue database. Clue database transfer complete.
So what do we have? Eisendella murder. Animal murder. Suspects. Moon bus hijacking. This is the new stuff. Phone call Gaza?
One of Tyrell's employees got his fat face splattered all over the marble interior of the Tyrell building. Tyrell surveillance system.
Kingston Kitchens. Where have I heard that before? The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry. The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? The detonator wire I pulled out of his skull told the whole story. But someone had tried to access a bunch of It was a Tyrell sales brochure for the next...
Most of the employees they see coming in morning and night, but old Marcus...
Alright, let's go look at the tape or
Scanning
the
video
disc.
disk. One enhanceable image found. Adding enhanceable photographs to Kaya database. Tyrell Grav Test Lab.
Cool.
The earring was shaped like an insect. I didn't know much about jewelry, but it looked like junk to me. Like the cheap crap sold at the stands and shops of Animoid Row. Give me a hard copy of that.
Alright. Doggo! Oh, he's a good boy.
The dog collar has a name on it. Ricky, maybe? Give me a hard copy of that.
So basically there's two ways to get these clues. If you fail to actually scrub the screen and pick up all the clues, you can use the old 3D camera. That's very important. That's only one dog though, wasn't there like 3 dogs on the ground? Pizza. There's one slice left. Rubbish. More rubbish. Let me just zoom into every single piece of rubbish.
A takeout box from Kingston Kitchens. Give me a hard copy of that.
We've got all this already. Although I do appreciate the fact that the game gives you like multiple ways to find key clues, just so you don't botch everything by being bad. I know it's just rubbish, alright? I'm just gonna double check. I understand that I'm just looking at pieces of rubbish. Why is there a circuit board pattern on the ground? Is that actual circuitry in the anti-grav chamber? I mean, there's like food all over it now. Basically, he's eating food inside his computer. The Uzi is not important. The armband is not important.
A bomb. Give me a hard copy of that.
What are those? Nothing. Not important. Alright, let's look at this guy. That's also not important. His crotch is not a clue. What about his feet? Oh wait, there's another dog. That dog is not important. Neither is that dog. I think that's everything. So that's him.
The earring was shaped like an insect. The dog collar has a name on it. Kingston Kitchen. Kingston.
Plastic explosive. Security photo.
Uploading personal. Download. Clue.
I don't know if like uploading my stuff to the database helps anyone. Alright, 005. Let's go to the animal store and see if they know anything about this dog, Ricky. Anemoid Row, right. Wait a minute. They didn't say anything about Anemoid Row except in the cutscene. The cutscene said to go to Anemoid Row to find the other geneticists working for Tyrell. But that wasn't in any of the clues. That was in the cutscene.